Hey folks, Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be listening to this. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I wanted to share with you two lessons that I learned from going to the DMV. So yay, the DMV needed to renew my driver's license. As most Americans know, going to the DMV, not the highlight of your day. You know, stereotypically long lines, slow service, angry, unhappy workers who are there. It feels to make your life miserable. Like, hey, can we take this thing and make it longer and more unpleasant and more of a hassle for you? If we can, then let's go ahead and do that. That's the general impression. I'm sure people living elsewhere, I hope your experience is different, but that's what a lot of us think of when we think of the DMV. So, got the reminder in the mail, obviously, like many of us. Yay, put it off almost as long as I could, and then realized that this thing wasn't going to go away. It was going to need to get taken care of. So the whole experience has given me two ideas, two lessons that I want to share with you today that we can bring forward into other areas of our life and into our health journey. The first of those lessons is one, the better prepared we are, the easier it goes. The better prepared we are, the easier it goes. Makes sense, right? The better prepared we are, the easier it goes. So, for example, I went ahead and triple checked online all the documents that I was going to need to get this thing taken care of. So made sure, got everything I needed, got it together, got it all in the right place so I could grab it, and it was all right there, double checked everything. And when I went in, I was able to present all my documents, all the things that were necessary quickly and easily. It made the whole process go much faster. The second was, I had the luxury of looking at days and times when they were open, when kind of the busiest times were. And thankfully, by arranging weeks in advance, I was able to schedule it so I was able to get in there at a non-peak time. So it was pretty empty when I got there, which meant I didn't have to wait forever and ever and ever to get it done. So the same basic idea we can bring to our health journey, things we need to do, whether it's getting enough sleep, exercising, eating well, taking supplements, getting tests done, making other changes in our lives. If we can prepare ahead of time for those changes, they become much easier. One very quick example here is if we need to change our diet. Now, if we don't have the foods that we want to eat, and we have a lot of the foods that we don't want to eat, it's going to be much harder to do it. If we don't have recipes picked out for things that we want to cook, if we don't have the tools that we need to cook that food, it's going to be incredibly hard to do it. So where in your life can you do a little bit more preparation for the changes that you need to make, or the things that you need to do, so that it can be as easy as possible? Some of these things, look, none of us like to do them, or most of us don't, but we can make the whole experience much quicker and much easier by doing the necessary preparation ahead of time. All right, the second lesson learned. Look, stereotypically, the DMV is surly, unhappy workers, and that certainly was the case with the greeter by the door. I don't even know if you can call this gentleman a greeter. He looked incredibly unenthusiastic at his job, and to see me there, and thankfully he did get it done. Now, I have to give tremendous kudos the lady at the actual counter who was serving. She was quick and she was efficient and she was reasonably friendly, everything I could have asked for, and not your stereotypical DMV worker. But the other thing, I decided beforehand that I was going to go in and be as friendly and cheerful as I reasonably could be, even if the workers there were not friendly and cheerful back to me. Now, why did I do that? Why? One, for my own mindset, my own experience. Look, I could go in there surly and unhappy because I didn't want to be there, and I could be mean and unhappy to the workers that are there. And the reality is, of course, the attitude that you approach with is the attitude that you're going to get back. Look, just putting a smile on your face and being as pleasant and polite to the people there as possible doesn't guarantee that you're going to get someone who's going to be pleasant and polite back to you. But if you approach the counter with a frown, and you're rushed and you're unhappy and you're snappy, you're certainly going to get that back again. So I determined beforehand I was going to try and have the most pleasant experience that I could. And look, for me, it turned out to be a fine experience. I have nothing against the DMV. I am glad it's over with. Look, just having a smile on your face or a pleasant attitude doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going to go well for you. But the only thing that we ultimately have control over, look, ultimately, yes, we can control for the most part what we eat and exercise and sleep, and many of these things are under our control. The reality, of course, is there are aspects of health that are not under our control, and we can do the best that we can. The only thing that we absolutely have control over is our mental state, the way we approach things. So we can decide to approach a situation from a more optimistic standpoint. We can make the choice to look for the silver lining in situations. We can decide to put a smile on our face, even if we're not happy, and act as if we are. And research has shown that the simple act of smiling serves to make us happier. We tend to think if I'm happy, I smile, and that is true, but research has also shown us that if I smile, I become happier. So the two lessons that I learned from the DMV. First, the better prepared you are, the easier, quicker, and smoother things go. And two, going into a situation that you may not necessarily want to go into with a positive, upbeat attitude and a desire to make the experience the best that it can be, certainly results in making that experience better than it could be, right? So we can take both of these lessons and apply them to our health journey. Being the best prepared we can be serves to make our experience make our experience easier and increase our odds of success. Approaching things with a positive, upbeat attitude whenever we can serves to only make the experience more pleasant for ourselves and for the other people around us. And in general, if we make the experience more pleasant for the people around us, they will reflect that back at us and make things more pleasurable for us as well. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Speaking of being surrounded by positive people, I'd like to invite you to join the ANH Academy. That's the Aspire Natural Health Academy, the ANH Academy. It is our private, exclusive Facebook group. All you need to do is go to Facebook, search ANH Academy. There are 3 quick, simple, easy questions that will take you about 1 minute to answer. Answer those questions. You go ahead and join us in the ANH Academy, where we're there to serve and to help, to join people together who are on a health journey, who are committed to being healthy in a society that does not prioritize health and well-being. Having a physical community of people around you is the best thing, that is the best option. But for a lot of us, we don't have that. We can make use of the internet. We can join together, at least virtually, and be a support system for each other. So I invite you, please come and join us at the ANH Academy. Just go to Facebook, search ANH Academy, answer 3 quick, simple, easy questions, and join us there. All right, folks, until next time, take care.